we have a massive problem. You are looking at a car that makes a Mercedes-Maybach look like a budget toy. It's bigger, it's smarter, and it has features that I didn't even know were physically possible. But here is the part that is going to make you mad. This ultra-luxury spaceship wasn't built by Ferrari. It wasn't built by BMW. It was built by a phone company. Yeah, Huawei. While American car brands are figuring out how to charge us monthly subscriptions for heated seats, this thing is driving itself with AI. It has a literal galaxy inside. The headlights, and it costs a fraction of a Rolls-Royce. I am officially offended that we don't get this in the US. So buckle up, because what I'm about to show you feels illegal. You cannot truly understand the scale of the Maextro S800 through a camera lens. You have to feel the gravity of it standing right next to you. It measures 5,480 millimeters in length. That is nearly 5.5 made of pure arrogance. To put that into perspective for my American viewers, that is longer than a standard Cadillac Escalade and significantly longer than the long wheelbase Mercedes S-Class. It is massive. It commands respect. When this thing rolls down the street, traffic parts like the Red Sea, it has this dictator chic vibe. It looks like something a Bond villain would drive to a peace treaty just to intimidate everyone else at the table. The design language is something they call galaxy aesthetics, and usually marketing terms like that are just fluff, but here it actually makes sense. Look at the front end. There is no traditional grille because this is an EV, but they haven't left it blank and boring like a Tesla. Model 3, they've sculpted it. But the crown jewel of the front end, the thing that stops people in their tracks, are these headlights. These aren't just light bulbs, folks. These are the star galaxy lights. Inside this housing isn't just a reflector. There are over 1,200 individual diamond-cut crystal micro-LEDs. They are layered in a way that creates physical depth. So when you look into the light, it looks like you are staring into deep space. And when you unlock the car, it doesn't just flash. It performs a choreographed light show that sparkles and ripples like water. It is excessive. It is arrogant. And it is absolutely beautiful. My car just beeps at me when I unlock it. This car puts on a Broadway production before I even touch. The handle. Walking around to the side, the disrespect to other luxury brands continues. Look at the paint. This two-tone finish, this obsidian black over morning gold, is a factory standard option on the top trim. If you walk into a Bentley or Rolls-Royce dealership and ask for a duotone paint job, they will sit you down, offer you an espresso, and then charge you $20,000 for the privilege. Huawei just gives it to you. And look at the wheels. These are 21-in, forged Big Pie disc wheels. They are highly polished, almost mirror-like, designed to look solid and heavy, just like a Maybach. But the detail that broke my brain is the door handle. No, it's just a handle, you say. No, it's not. When I approach with the key, the handle extends. That's normal. But look closer. There is a strip of fiber optic lighting embedded inside the handle mechanism itself. When it pops out, it casts a stardust glow onto your hand. Who thinks of that? Who sits in an engineering meeting and says, you know what? We need glowing handles so the owner feels like Iron Man. It is that level of attention to detail that makes you realize this isn't just a car. It's a statement. Around the back, the Nebula taillight bar stretches across the entire width, giving the car a wide planted stance. The roofline slopes down in a fastback design, which is a very specific choice. Usually cars this big are boxy sedans. This has a swoop to it. It looks aerodynamic. It looks fast even when it's parked. And frankly, it makes our domestic luxury sedans look like rectangles drawn by a 5-year-old. Now, you might look at this 3-ton behemoth and think, okay, it looks good, but it probably drives like a cruise ship. You would be wrong. The engineering underneath this leather and metal is terrifyingly advanced. This is where the phone company advantage comes in. They treat the car like a piece of hardware for their software. Let's talk power. The Maextro S800 comes in 2 flavors, a pure EV and an EREV. The top spec version uses a 3-motor setup, 3 electric motors. The total output is over 800 horsepower. Let me repeat that, 800 in a limousine. This car can accelerate from 0 to 60 in roughly 3.9 seconds. Do you understand what that means? It means you can pull up next to a Porsche 911 or a Corvette at a traffic light, and while they're revving their engines and making noise, you can silently leave them in the dust while your passenger in the back is sipping champagne completely undisturbed. It is violent acceleration wrapped in a velvet glove, but speed is easy. Anyone can put big motors in a car. The real magic is the chassis. This car rides on the Tooling digital chassis. This is a proprietary system by Huawei. The suspension, scans the road surface with LiDAR 1,000 times per second. It sees the pothole before. You hit the pothole and adjusts the damper stiffness in milliseconds, so you literally do not feel it. It deletes the road imperfections. And then there is the rear wheel steering. The rear wheels can turn up to 12 degrees. That is massive. It means this 18FT longboat has a turning radius smaller than a Tesla Model 3. Can you turn this thing on a 2-lane road without doing a 3-point turn? It crab walks, it maneuvers into tight parking spots automatically. It's hilarious. It's practical. And it's a flex that no other manufacturer has the guts to implement. And we have to talk about charging. This rides on an 800-volt high-voltage architecture. It supports 5C supercharging. In simple English, that means it charges faster than you can think. It can add 1 kilometers of range per second. You can go from a dead battery to 80% in about 12 to 15 minutes. By the time you walk into the gas station, buy a coffee, and use the restroom, the car is full. My iPhone doesn't even charge that fast. The infrastructure anxiety that we have in the West, it doesn't exist with this car. Okay, enough tech talk. Let's get inside because this is the main event. Opening the soft closed door, you are hit with a smell. The smell of money. The leather is Napa sourced from high altitude regions, so there are fewer bug bites on the cowhides. I'm not kidding. Every surface is wrapped in leather, suede, or real open pore wood. If you find a piece of hard plastic in this interior, let me know because I think it's legally forbidden. The dashboard is dominated by the Horizon display. It's 3 massive screens integrated under a single pane of glass that stretches from pillar to pillar. The resolution is Retina grade. The colors are vibrant and it runs on Harmony OS. If you've ever used a high-end tablet, that's what this feels like. There is zero lag. You swipe, it moves. You pinch, it zooms. It makes the infotainment systems in General Motors or Volkswagen cars feel like ATM machines from 2005. But look up. This is the Starry Sky headliner. Now, you might say Dragon Rolls-Royce has done that for years. Yes, they have. But Rolls-Royce uses static fiber optics. They just sit there. The Maextro S800 uses an animated system. You can see shooting stars streak across the roof. You can set it to meteor shower mode. You can customize the constellations. It is dynamic art. You are literally driving inside a planetarium. It's the kind of feature that is completely unnecessary yet absolutely essential for this level of luxury. However, the driver is just the pilot. The owner sits in the back. Let's move to the rear VIP suite. This is where the class divide happens. These are the zero-gravity executive seats. With the press of a single button labeled Boss Mode, the front passenger seat folds up and moves forward. The rear seat reclines to a 43-degree angle and a leg rest deploys. You are virtually floating. The seat measures your body pressure and adjusts the cushioning automatically. And the massage? It's not those weak little air bladders that just poke you annoyingly. This uses a 16-point hot stone massage system that feels like actual knuckles working out the tension in your back. While you're getting your massage, you can reach into the center console fridge, which is capable of switching between cooling your champagne or heating your tea from 3 degrees to 30 degrees. You have a fold-out table for your laptop. You have a dedicated tablet to control the climate, the lights, the blinds, and the music. Speaking of music, we need to address the sound system. This car is equipped with the Huawei Sound Superior system. It has 43 speakers. 43. There are speakers in the headliner. There are speakers in the headrests. There are speakers in the pillars. It pumps out 2,500 watts of power. It supports Dolby Atmos 7.1.4 spatial audio. I played a track in here earlier, and I instinctively turned around because I thought the drummer was sitting in the back seat with me. The clarity is haunting. It is without a doubt one of the best audio systems I have ever heard in a vehicle, rivaling the Burmester 4D system in the Mercedes S-Class, which costs thousands of dollars extra, and it's quiet. Oh my God, is it quiet? The glass is double paned and sound insulated. The tires are foam lined to reduce road noise. The active noise cancellation system uses the speakers to cancel out wind frequencies. When you close the door, the world just disappears. It's like stepping into a vacuum. You could whisper at 100 mph and be heard perfectly. We can't talk about a Huawei car without talking about the brain. This car runs ADS 3.0, autonomous driving system. This is widely considered the most advanced self-driving system in China and possibly the world. The car is covered in sensors. It has a high-fidelity LiDAR on the roof, millimeter-wave radars, ultrasonic sensors, and high-definition cameras. But it's not just about seeing, it's about understanding. The AI in this car doesn't just see a pedestrian. It analyzes the pedestrian's body language. It can predict if someone looking at their phone is about to step into traffic before they even move. It handles complex roundabouts, unprotected left turns, and construction zones with a scary level of confidence. It can navigate narrow alleyways where the mirrors have only inches of clearance, folding them in automatically if needed. It can back itself into a parking spot that you wouldn't even attempt. It is a level 3 autonomous driving system that feels like a level 4. It puts Tesla's full self-driving on notice. While we are beta testing phantom braking in the US, this car is navigating the chaotic traffic of downtown Shanghai without breaking a sweat. And safety, it's built like a tank. The chassis uses a gigacast aluminum structure. It has airbags everywhere, including a central airbag between the front seats to stop heads from colliding. It has pre-collision active safety that will tighten your belt and adjust your seat milliseconds before an impact. It is a fortress. So, we have established that this car is a technological marvel. We have established that it has more luxury features than a 5-star hotel. We have established that it is faster than a sports car. If this car were made by a German manufacturer, it would cost $250,000 maybe? $300,000 with options. If it were a limited edition British luxury car, it would be $500,000. The Huawei Maextro S800, converted from Chinese yuan to USD, starts at roughly $140,000. Now, I know what you're thinking. $40,000 is still a huge amount of money. And you're right, it is expensive. But in the world of ultra-luxury, that is theft. That is a clearance sale. You are getting a Rolls-Royce level vehicle with better technology than a Tesla and better luxury than a Mercedes for the price of a well-equipped Escalade. This price point is a declaration of war. It is Huawei saying, we can do what you do, but better and for cheaper. If this car was sold in the United States at this price tag, Cadillac would be sweating bullets. Lincoln would have to close their doors. Even the Germans would be holding emergency board meetings. This car proves that the gap between legacy auto and new auto isn't just closing. It has vanished. The new guys are winning. So, here's the reality check. The West is sleeping. While we are arguing about EV mandates and fighting over charging cable standards, China is building spaceships on wheels. The Maestro S800 isn't just a car. It is a statement of intent. It is a flex of engineering. Capability that we should be studying, not ignoring. I walk away from this car feeling two things. First, I'm incredibly impressed. It is a masterpiece of integration between hardware and software. But secondly, I'm a little sad. I'm sad that I can't buy this back home. I'm sad. That competition like this isn't forcing our local brands to try harder. Because if this is what the future looks like, I want in. But I want to know what you think. If you had $140,000 burning a hole in your pocket, right? Now be honest with me. Are you buying the safe choice, a Mercedes S-Class or a Tesla Model S Plaid? Or are you taking a risk on the spaceship from the phone company? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them, and I really want to see the debate on this. 1. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm let people know we exist. And subscribe to Dragon Drive because next week we are reviewing a car that can literally swim across a lake. Yes, swim. You do not want to miss that. This is Dragon Drive, and I'll see you in the future. Peace.